Hey guys, KP Killer here, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial. It's been quite a while since I've done one, so I thought I might as well, teach you guys how to build a door that I like. And today we're going to be doing the 4x4 Stargate, built by me and Jonny. Video on the screen, go to his channel, go check him out. I am aware that it's been beaten though, by a friend of mine. His name is Nom Nom Cookie, or Dat Cookie Dough. You can go check out his channel, it'll be on the screen around about now. But the problem is, his design is very locational, so it's not very good for survival uses. So, I was thinking, since this is an awesome door, and I have not seen a tutorial on one yet, I thought I might as well go ahead and be the first, because I believe this to be an awesome door, and I'm not going to let you guys miss out on the action. So, what I'm going to do, we're just going to crack on with the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy. Right, so, we're going to start off with a 12 by 5 area, and yeah, so we're going to first of all just start out by making the door. So you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up, and this is not your floor level. Your floor level is actually one above this. Let's get some blue glass. So this is your floor level here. So you'd theoretically dig down, was it 5? Yeah. Right, so from here we're going to go like this and this, 3 up, like so, and this is how we make the pattern for the Stargate. So some glass like that, right? So swiftly moving on, we're going to do the piston layout. So we're going to start with the bottom. So on the bottom we're going to get triple here, like so, and we're going to put the storage like this, and then we're going to get pistons here, so we're going to have a double extender there, or a conditional double extender or whatnot, so like that, and then round on this side we are going to have more storage, like so. So that is the bottom layout. So moving on to the side layout, we are going to have pistons up like this, or like this, pistons here, and the same on this side. You know what? I'm going to be doing this side full. Right, so we're going to have pistons like this, and like this, and then I believe it's pistons on that side. That is correct. And then just the same on this side, where we have pistons like, I can't place pistons, like so. So, there we go. Now these ones here must be regular pistons. They can't be sticky pistons because timings on sticky pistons are a little different to those timings on regular pistons. Okay, so now moving on to the top, we are going to have a double extender here, double extender there, and we're going to have a triple extender here, and we're going to have the storage on this side here, like this. And then here we're going to have pistons here and here for even more storage. So that right there is the entire piston layout. So let's swiftly move on to the next bit. Right, so I want to start with the bottom, because, the bottom is cool. So what we're going to start with is we are going to go in this formation here. I'm going to go just like this. Now repeat here and 2 repeaters like so. Block up. Oh crap! Don't do that. 2 repeaters like this. Dust here, and dust there. And I'm just going to put the piston here, along with a 3 tick and a 1 tick, like that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to get a block here with a torch on it. I'm just going to in anyway. We're going to do this, and we're going to want a 3-tick here for later. And then we're going to go like so, with a block there, a block up here, a dust here, and a torch here. I'll add a repeater there in a second. Here we're going to have a 2-tick repeater, a block up, and a dust. And then we're going to have a piston here with a redstone block. And that is the closing circuit, actually. That shouldn't be there. There we go. So that's actually the closing circuit, which is kind of small. This bit here isn't the closing circuit, that's part of the opening. So yeah. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go around to... We're going to do this bit up here, I think. It's probably a good idea. So I'm going to get a block here, 2 slabs here. I'm going to have a comparator here, set to subtract mode. I don't actually think it matters, but just be on the safe side. A furnace here with a block in it. And then I'm going to have a torch here. And a block here with a 2-tick repeater and a block there. And then I'm just going to get a normal piston for an updater there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 blocks here, a 4-tick repeater there, and a dust. And then down here I'm going to have a piston with a redstone block. Now this can actually be a block and a torch here, but for compactness I'm going to use a redstone block. A dropper hopper here with an item in the dropper, not 2 items, 1 item. And then we're going to go like this and have a comparator there. Next up we're going to have a piston here with a block like so, redstone block. And I'm going to have a piston here with a block on it. And then we're going to have a torch like so. And that's going to be a dual edge monostable, but as I said, this repeater comes in handy because it locks this repeater on one of the edges that we don't want. And now we go like this with a repeater and blocks like so, and a dust there, and a repeater there. Now this here goes into a dust, which actually fires these 2 pistons for storage. So we're going to go up like this, repeater here, and a dust there. Now also, we want to fire this line at a certain point, so we're going to go off this torch with a 4-tick repeater there and another 4-tick repeater there. So we want to block there. Now, another part of the closing, which will be here, we'll have a 1-tick here and a 3-tick there, and we want a floor block there. And we're going to have a dust and a 4-tick on top of that hopper there. Okay. So now we're going to kind of move more towards this side, because I believe I've completed this side. I say believe, I think so. Okay, so this side. We are going to start with... Let's start off with this bit here. So we're going to go here with a torch and a block here. And a repeater here, set to 2, a block up, and an updated piston. And then here, is this a half slab? I think it is. I can change it later if it is. So here we can have a comparator. And then we're going to have a dropper hopper here. And I'm not going to put anything in it yet because there's more to put over here. So I'm actually going to put a dropper here and a hopper here. And that's going to have an item in it. And then we are going to have a comparator here and a 2-tick repeater there. And now we can put the item in there. Yeah, A little weird, but that works, and that's the way that we like it. So now here, what we're going to have is, I'm actually just going to get rid of a couple of these blocks whilst I place that in some place there. There we go, sorted. So what we're going to do now, I believe, yes, I know exactly what I'm doing. Right, so I'm going to go here now, and we're going to have a 1 tick and a 3 tick once again. We're going to have a dust here and a floor block there. And then this is going to go down here into a 4 tick repeater, like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take a piston here, and this is going to have a redstone block on its face. It gets bud powered by that torch, you see. And this is a very cool part of the build. So we're going to have redstone going around like this, and we're going to have a burnout here, please don't hate, 3 tick repeater here, and this makes it so that when the burnout fires, which is when this redstone block retracts, we get 3 pulses to this piston, monostable, which comes in very handy. So also, off of this burnout, I want a 4 tick, which goes into a block into a redstone dust. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to put a piston here, block here, repeater there, block there, repeater, and comparator. I've already got one here. And that's set to normal, as so. And then we are going to have a furnace. Crap, I can sort my inventory, and then I'm just going to get rid of that block for now because I'm going to put it there, like so. And then here we are going to have a 1 tick and dust, like that. And then this will be, and I'll do that in a second. I believe that's the entire bottom. We can test it. So this goes like this with a 2 tick there, I believe. Or is it 3 tick? I believe it is 3 tick. Dust and 3 tick there. And just go around and check. Oh wait, there is a little bit there for the bottom. So I'm gonna get an updated piston here and here. That's a weird. That took a long time to just do that bit there. I'm telling you. But I believe that is everything to do with the bottom. So we can actually test this if you want to. Probably best to watch the video first in case I've screwed something up, in which case I can actually show you what you need to fix. So let's do it. Well, that's promising. No, that's the entire bottom. So I'm going to make a cut here, and we can get onto making the sides. Okay, so let's get onto the sides of this monster of a build. So what we're going to do, first of all, is we are going to... Oh crap, I forgot a piston. Oh well. We're going to get 2 blocks like this, and we're going to have comparators on both of them, like that. And then what we're going to have here, right next to them, is repeaters on 4 tick, like that. Half slabs like so, dust there, and then bring it up like that, so it kind of does this. And then down here we want a 2 tick repeater going into a block which powers the bottom, and not only that, but these pistons here. And then you want to go up with a torch and up with another torch. That'll power, but don't worry about it, that'll fix itself in a second. And then off of this furnace here we want a comparator. Yeah, and then we'll fill this up in a second. So now what we want to do is a cauldron here, fill them both, and then put a block in between. And then after we've done that, all we need to do to finish the side is, well, it's not finish the side, but does everything that I want to do in this section. We want to have a piston there, and that's it. That's the side, pretty much. The rest of it I consider to be the top, so that's good. Right, so once again, if you didn't catch that, we have a comparator. Next to them we have 4-tick repeaters. We have half slabs here and here, and then a block there, and we bring the redstone up. And then we have a 2-tick repeater here, and a block with a 1-tick on it. And then we have a torch with a furnace on it. And we'll just do that. And then we have a torch on there. And then of course here we have a comparator. And then as I said, once again, cauldron here, fill them both up, and a block in between. And then finally, all we got to do is put a piston there, where it'll be powered by the redstone block that's underneath. Oh, actually, crap, I've forgotten some stuff. That's a good job I noticed it now. So you want a half slab here, 2-tick repeater here, and an updater piston here. And that's actually very important for the entire door to work. Well, I say the entire, but I don't mean it. And it's just the same on the other side, like so. That updates this piston here, allowing the blocks to be pushed back into place. If this doesn't happen, then not only does it not make it seamless, but it will break the next time you try and close it. And that's not good. That's not good at all. So that's the entirety of the sides. So let's get on with the next bit. Right, so this is the top now that we are going to be building. And this is the one in which I am most likely to screw up, because I'm not that good at remembering the top. So first of all, what I'm going to do is, just to make myself comfortable, I'm going to put blocks like so. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort out this storage, because I always forget the stuff. So I want a block here, and a block here, each of which I need a powered rail on, or something of equal update. Powered rail, I'm not sure if an activated rail works, but I've been told it does. I'm going to stick with the powered rail. And then above each of them, we're going to want a piston directly diagonal to this piston here, and we are going to want a redstone block on its face, and that's the same for this one. Yeah, like so. Right, so now we get on to some other stuffs. So what I'm going to do is, over the storage pistons, I want to do this with redstone as well, and then a block here and here with a repeater there, and I'm going to have a comparator on subtract mode here. That's going to have another comparator there. And then down here, I'm going to have a dust going into a 4-tick here, and a 4-tick here. And then that goes into a block and into a repeater here, which has a piston here and a block there. And now I think it's about time to put this piston in, which pushes the cauldrons back down. So have that piston there. And it's nearly the same on this side. So what you have here is a repeater here instead of a dust. You have a block here and a block there. Have the piston in the same place like so. And we have a repeater here set to 3 instead. And then a repeater on 1. And a piston facing down with a block on its face. And also we want a repeater here on 3. Okay, so now I've got this. I'm going to place the input, which is actually here. So let's get a lever and a piston here with a block on its face. Now we're going to make a 1.5 tick monostable here on the rising edge. So we're going to have this, as I've just built, a slab here, and a block there. We're going to have a comparator here, because that's going to redirect the redstone there later when we build it. And we're going to have a dust there, also on a slab, because that piston there we don't want to interfere with. Also, we don't want this redstone looping back into this piston, because that is not how we want it to work. So we'll have a tripwire hook on this block, or a wooden button, or whatever you want to use to redirect. Yeah, but leave it as a tripwire hook for now, maybe, and check after you've built it if there's a way to redirect it to your liking. Okay, so once we've got this, we're going to have a torch here with a piston here, and this is going to have a redstone block in it, and I've just bloody got rid of my slab. And this is going to go down like so, and that's going to go into a redstone dust. But before I use that redstone dust, what I want to do is I want to get a signal like so, and I want to have I believe it's 2 and a 1 tick there, and then that feeds back into there. That's for pretty good reason. Okay, so now I've got that, I want to actually go down here first. You see where this redstone block is? I want to place a sticky piston on its face with a block, and then down here I want to place a slab with a dust and a slab here, and I want to place a comparator. I want a block here and a furnace here with any item in it, and that'll go through there. The reason being is this block gets pulled up by this piston, and then we're going to have another piston here which also has a block on it. Okay, so once we've got this, I'm going to have a 4-tick repeater here with a block going up, and a 4-tick repeater here. This is actually meant to be a slab in the dust, and that's meant to be a dust there. And then here, what I want is a 1-tick going into a dust with a 4-tick here. And that is on a slab. Oh, Skype. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a circuit which is reused 3 times during the door, and it's just a double circuit. So I want 2 repeaters here, 2 dust like that, and then I want a block here and a repeater there, and then we're going to have a piston like so, a block here and here, and a torch there with a repeater there, and then here we are going to have a single sand block. Right, after we have this, we want to have blocks like so, like this here. There's a dropper here and a hopper here. That's for an update, which is used later on in the door. That's like after the triple has fired. You would, Rain, wouldn't you? Right, so we want 2 repeaters here, both of them on 3 ticks. And then we want 3 redstone dust like so. And here we want a torch. I believe I have remembered everything that is to happen here. Yes. Okay, so after we've got this, I'm going to do the storage on this side, because that's everything past the double. So I want to do the storage next, just to make the order correct. So I want a block here, a comparator here. As you can see, this isn't very comparator friendly, but hey ho. What you gonna do? So we're gonna have a item in this dropper hopper here, and we're going to have a block here with a comparator on top again, and then we are going to have a block like so, a furnace underneath here with a block in it. We're going to have a dropper hopper here, and we are going to have a torch here with a item in there. And that's the storage for this side. I'm trying to think. Not quite actually, sorry. We're going to have a piston here with a half slab here, block on there, comparator there, and a dust there. So this furnace here does like 2 things, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's the storage on this side done. So now what I'm going to do is make a torch tower like so. Put a piston on here and get a cauldron like so. Fill it and then take away 1 water. And then here we're going to want a slab with a comparator on it. Okay, so that's quite a lot of the redstone. So all we've got left now is the triple. So we've got the double, we've got the storage, we've got the closing. All we need now is the triple and these blocks to be pushed back into place. Because after the triple's fired, they are actually in the storage here. So first we're going to do this triple. So the triple is quite a weird circuit because it's actually like essentially a clock. So as soon as the double fires, the double circuit is actually part of the clock, and it goes round and it breaks the circuit at the correct point in time to finish the triple. It's kind of complicated. So the first thing we're going to do is I've realised this is actually meant to be a slab. We are then going to have a piston like that with a block up like this as part of a toggle which is used. Okay, so what we're going to do is have a block here and 2 blocks like so. 2 repeaters going into that block and a dust there. And we're going to have 2 blocks like so with a repeater there. So when this gets powered, powers that piston as well. That's how we fire these 2 pistons. And this is feeding back into the double circuit, you'll see. So we have a dust here, that's where that comparator redirects, as I said. And then we have a block here and a 4-tick repeater there. So that's, as I say, feeding back into the double circuit, which is part of the clock. So now it's time to finish the actual block. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a repeater, another repeater, block up with a dust, powering the toggle, which is here. I guess that's a weird toggle. It's kind of complicated how that works, because that's not the only thing that powers it. Then here we want a 2-tick repeater, going up into a torch, into a block, into a piston with a block on it, and a torch underneath here. So this block gets pulled back and then powered by that torch, which powers this redstone here, which goes back into the clock. So this goes round like so, down into the double, up here, and then back. And then, as I say, we need the circuit that breaks it. So we've got the toggle here, which actually has a 4-tick here, 4-tick here, and a 4-tick here. So when this is back in its place, the pulse goes all the way around and it locks this repeater, stopping it from working. And now, finally, all we've got to do, because that's the entire triple now, all we've got to do now is push the blocks back into place. So all I want to do is 2 tick this, which 1.5 ticks the comparator, giving a 1 tick to here, which is kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to once again take advantage of locking repeaters, and I'm going to have a repeater here on 2, repeater here on 2, and then that powers there, and that's theoretically it. Let me just double check. That should be everything, I believe. Actually, it's not. There is one last thing which I need to do, and that's to put non-stackable items. I've just lost that, haven't I? Non-stackable items into these 2 furnaces, and they're the only 2 that actually need non-stackable items. So let's just double check that I've done everything, because I believe I have. And then after I've tested this working, I will go through an explanation a bit more. So let's see. Well, that's promising, that is. But okay, let's go. Oh. Okay, so something didn't work. Right, okay, I figured out what the problem is, and it's this piston's getting powered a bit too often, and that's because this block here needs to be a slab, like so. Redstone on top. And then, as you see now, when we close it, it closes just fine. And the opening this time should not break. However, as you'll see, this piston does not update, and the reason for that being is in this dropper here, we need to add an item, and then that is the entire door finished. So you can now put this into your survival world and stuffs like that, and it should work pretty nicely. So just some blocks around here, make it look nice and pretty. And yeah. Right. So that's the tutorial. You can now go ahead and build this, or if you want to stick around, I will be going through an explanation on how this door works, a bit more in depth on the clock mechanism on the top, and a few really neat tricks that we've used around the entire door. So yeah, stick around with more.